अच्छा, आज का टॉपिक जो है ना वो आई मीन दिस इज अ टॉपिक दैट हैज आई मीन मुझे पर्सनली जो है ना थोड़ा सा इसने तंग किया था जब मैं पढ़ रहा था। मुश्किल नहीं है टॉपिक बिल्कुल भी, लेकिन अनयूजुअल है, आप यूं समझ लें। तो टेक सम गेटिंग यूज्ड टू। तो वो मैं आप लोगों को इंशाल्लाह आज पढ़ाऊंगा, एंड दैट टॉपिक इज इट्स कॉल्ड द in English you can say weak fails. Fails that
Assalamualaikum.
are weak. Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. जी, now it's
Is any better, sir?
डिस्ट्रप्शन अभी भी है। आपकी वॉइस ना जब आप बोलते हैं तो ब्रेक करती है बीच में, ठक 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 करके। आई डोंट नो इफ इट्स मी ओनली।
मेरे लैपटॉप इशू सर, ये मीटिंग में
देखिए मुझे भी आवाज उनकी कटती हुई आ रही है। मे भी आपके माइक्रोफोन में इशू हो आकाश भाई।
ये वो कह रहा हूँ लैपटॉप इशू है ये। चले ठीक है, मैं इसको म्यूट करता हूँ।
ठीक है। तो द टॉपिक इज वीक फेल्स। इसको अरबी में कहते हैं इसको फेल नाकिस। नाकिस, ठीक है। नाकिस या नाकिसा भी कहते हैं इसको, ठीक है। This is a topic that is about weak fails. Now, what does it mean to be weak fail? मैं आपको कुछ एग्जांपल्स देता हूँ, और ये टॉपिक ऐसा है कि जो कि कुरान में बड़ा वाइडली यूज होता है। ये फेल जो है ना, आपने कई दफा देखा होगा, आपको पता भी होगा इस तरह के फेल्स के बारे में, बट यू जस्ट डिडंट नो कि दे आर वीक फेल्स। लेट मी गिव यू सम एग्जांपल्स. So, for example, if I give you a standard fail, if I give you with a pet fail, which is Nasara, okay, you would say it means he helped. Okay. Now, this he helped, is it a full Jumla failure? Kya khayal hai? Is it a full
Yes.
Jumla failure? It is a full Jumla failure because it gives you a full information. It says a fail file and so on. ठीक है, Jumla failure. इसी तरह मैं आपसे कहूँ, let's say allama. Oops, मैं आपसे कहूँ allama. allama is another full blown जुमला फ़िअलिया। ठीक है, इस शब्द को इग्नोर कर दें आइन के ऊपर, just ignore this शब्द. Okay, it's a full blown जुमला फ़िअलिया which means he taught. So whenever you see an individual fail, it actually is a full जुमला फ़िअलिया in itself. ये हमने अभी तक लर्न किया, ठीक है। These are standard fails. These are strong fails. Why are they strong fails? Because they are giving you a full jumla failure, full meaning of anything. उसके बाद मफ़ऊल आता है, मुताल्लिक आता है. That is additional meaning in this sentence. But if they don't even come, you still have the complete sentence. ठीक है? Now, let's go to जुमला इस्मिया. जो जुमला इस्मिया हमने किया था, ism based sentence. मैं आपसे कहता हूँ, he is. Is this a complete sentence? No, right? It's not a complete sentence. He is. It's an incomplete sentence. What Jumla Ismiya needed was something that we called khabar. He is tall. इस जुमला इस्मिया को एक खबर चाहिए होती थी. It must have either a khabar or a mutaalliq bil khabar in addition to the mubtada. That's what we learned in Jumla Ismiya. ठीक है? Without this khabar, Jumla Ismiya was incomplete. You couldn't really form a Jumla Ismiya. ठीक है? Let me know when you are not with me. मैं assume करूं कि आप अगर quiet, that means you agree with what I'm saying. ठीक है? So now this is the contrast between the Jumla Fi'liya and Jumla Ismiya. An ism based sentence require something more than mubtada, but ism fi'l based sentence does not require something more than fi'l. Just the fi'l is enough. Now then, अब अगर मैंने कहना है, let's say he is a Muslim. He is a Muslim. Do you want to try to produce this in Arabic? Anyone? Yeah. For ideas?
Muslim.
हुआ मुस्लिम
Huwa Muslimun. Very good. Huwa Muslimun. Okay, huwa is a mubtada, there is an invisible is, and a Muslim is Muslimun. Now, let's check this out. So when I have to say he was a Muslim, now it's still a Jumla Ismiya, okay? But now it's in the past tense. This was. Now, the moment you talk about past, you are talking about a fail. Because in Ism world, you don't have any concept of time. It's time independent, right? So it's the fail that goes in the past, present, and the future. Now you're talking about was. I mean, huwa Muslimun was easy, but how should I say he was a Muslim? So I need something that represents this was. Okay? And this was is actually a fail. Okay? This fail is the fail to be. It's the fail to be. In English language, in the fail to be can be is, are, am, was, were. These are all the fails to be. Okay? Right now, I can use the first three. I can use the first three. एक मिनट रुकना यार. Noise ना करें बेटा please. ठीक है? Is, are and am. ये वो तीन to be's हैं जो कि आप जुमला इस्मिया में बना सकते हैं. For example, आप कह सकते हैं अना मुस्लिमुन. I am a Muslim. नहनु मुस्लिमूना. We are Muslims. ठीक है? आवाज आ रही है? Can you see me and hear me?
Yes, आप आ रही है.
हाँ, कुछ हुआ था, ये डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया मेरा टीम से एकदम.
Correct.
And you also can see the screen, right?
जी.
चलो ठीक है सर. And if you say हुआ मुस्लिमुन, this is I am, he is a Muslim. So now ana is an am scenario, nahnu is a are scenario, and huwa is the is scenario, right? All three you can achieve with jumla ismiya. But saying I was a Muslim, we were Muslims, this is not something you can achieve with jumla ismiya. These two to be's are not covered by Jumla Ismiya. You need a fa'il for that because it's talking about a past. Now, saying I was like this, I was, saying we were, is it giving you full information? Is it a full sentence? No, right? It's not a full sentence, not unlike any other fail. Fail used to give you a full sentence. So on one hand, what's happening? On one hand, we need a fail in the past. We need a fail. Let's say, forget the in the past. We need a fail, and we need a fail that does not give us a full sentence, which is unusual. We are used to fails that give us full sentence, full information, right? Now that is why these fails are called weak fails, because they have this weakness. They cannot give you that full information. अभी तक मेरे साथ हैं, कोई confusion तो नहीं है? चल रहा सही?
Yes.
ठीक हो गया. Now that is why the weak fails, and I hope it clarifies you the need of why we are doing weak fails, the need of weak fails. because there are things you have to do in the past which act like jumla ismiya. It doesn't act like jumla fi'liya. It's the verb to be. Yeah. Now these weak fails, I'll give you the first example. There are few, but we will do just one or two. ठीक है, हम सिर्फ one or two करेंगे, आप बाकी जो है वो मैं आपको बता दूंगा, and when they show up they will operate in the same way. ठीक है, there are two that we will do in a bit more detail. ठीक है, so the first one is the fi'l kana. You have seen this word a lot in the Quran, kana. Now if I give you kana and say give me the chart kana, it is like qala. qala का मतलब होता था he said, but kana का मतलब है he was. ठीक, that's where the difference comes. So qala is he said. Now he said is a full sentence. He was is not giving me a full information. Okay, this is a weak fail. Although it operates exactly the way any fail would operate, it has a fail and it has an inside pronoun. Okay, now when you talk about kana, because it does not give you the full information, the inside pronoun of the weak fail is called the ism of kana. You will not label it as a fa'il. You don't label it as a fa'il. You label it as ism of kana. So when I say kana, which pronoun is inside kana, guys? It's huwa, right? So huwa is basically ism of kana. That's what we are saying. Huwa is not a fa'il in this case. It's not a doer. It's an ism of kana.
फाद वी यानी वी किस्म में भी प्रोनाउन होता है, या फिर जो दूसरा उसके बाद जो असल इसम यूज हो रहा होगा उसमें भी प्रोनाउन होगा, यानी फिर तो दो प्रोनाउन हो जाएंगे.
आपका सेंटेंस करेक्ट करता हूँ, इसम नहीं है ये.
सॉरी फेल के अंदर, सॉरी फेल.
When as soon as you say fail, there is a pronoun. Weak or strong doesn't matter. Fail के अंदर pronoun होता है. ठीक है? So there is no differentiation in weak or strong. So there must be a pronoun. The point is कि what is that fail giving you a full sentence or not? That's the point you're trying to understand. So kana is not giving you a full sentence. It's just giving you a past. He was, and it still needs something else to be a full sentence. Just like a jumla ismiya. Kana is like saying, Kana is saying, Kana is saying he was, and Huwa is saying he is.
Can you say I'm Muslimun? He was a Muslim.
बताता हूँ, उधर आ रहा हूँ मैं, थोड़ा सा अभी आता हूँ. You're on the right track, but थोड़ी सी changes हैं, ठीक है? Now think about it. When I said Huwa Muslimun, what was the status of the khabar? Rafa. ठीक है? Khabar was Rafa. Because the jumla ismiya required the khabar to be Rafa. ठीक है? Now, if I say Kana, if I say Kana, now Kana is not an ism. It's a fail. It's a fail. It acts like a fail. It lives like a fail. It breathes like a fail. But when it is used in the sentence, it acts like a jumla ismiya. Kana की सारी conjugation, हुआ काना, हुमा काना, हुम कानू, हिया कानत, हुमा कानता, हुन्ना, कुन्ना. यहाँ पे चेंज है. हुन्ना, कुन्ना. अंता, कुंता. अब यहां से आपने अलिफ को ड्रॉप कर दिया है, अब अलिफ ड्रॉप रहेगा एंड तक. anta kunta, antuma kuntuma, antum kuntum, anti kunti, antuma kuntuma, antunna kuntunna, ana kuntu, nahnu kunna. First 5 are with the alif, the remaining not with the alif. यहाँ तक clear है?
एक दफा repeat कर दें please फहद भाई.
So there is this kana is an irregular fi'l. It's irregular fi'l. So when you produce a chart, let's write that chart ताकि हम super clear हो. So हुआ kana, हुमा kana, हुम कानू, ठीक है. हिया कानत, where is the ta? Hiya kanat, huma kanata, हुन्ना. अब नसरा के केस में क्या होता था? हुन्ना नसरना, राइट. बट इधर आप नसरना नहीं करते. आप नसरना में क्या हो रहा है ये चेक करें. इसको मैं आपको डिटेल में दिखा देता हूं. नसरना, what you actually did, you kept all 3 letters of the fi'l and then you added a noon, nasarna. But in this case, the abnormality is that kana has an alif in the middle. Alif is never a root letter in Arabic. हम ये सर्फ में पढ़ेंगे जब हम आगे जाएंगे. Alif is a vowel sound. It represents fatha. ठीक है. Waw is a vowel sound. It represents dhamma. And ya is a vowel sound that represents kasra. ठीक है. So alif is never a root letter of a fi'l. So when you reach this point, it's not possible for you to construct something like this. क्या बनाएंगे? काना के साथ अब कैसे नसरना बनाएंगे? बन ही नहीं सकता. कानन्ना कहेंगे, क्या कहेंगे? This is too tedious for Arabs. क्योंकि लास्ट रूट लेटर को आपके यहाँ पे सुकून चाहिए. And if you put that sukoon here, kan, now how would you read it? It's super tedious for Arabs. Okay? So what they do is they say, okay, now we need to do something about it. Let's kill the alif. Let's kill the alif and just say kunna. Kunna, kunna. यहाँ पे ये abnormality introduce होती है. इसको लाइट कर देता हूँ. ठीक है? This is where the abnormality is introduced. हुआ काना, हुमा काना.
ये किसका था? ये नहनु का था. ये जो कुन जो था,
हुन्ना कुन्ना
का. अच्छा,
देखो हुआ काना.
was अच्छा, ओके, ठीक.
Let's do it.
मुझे यहाँ से वर्ड आया कुन फायकुन, तो वो इसी पे मैप होता है. फिर
वो यहीं से निकलता है. बताता हूँ मैं. यहीं से निकलता है वो. हुआ काना, हुमा काना, हुम कानू, हिया कानत, हुमा कानता. Everything normal. हुन्ना कुन्ना, abnormal, irregular, out of the norm, not belonging to the chart that we know of. ठीक है? This is irregularity in the fi'l. You drop the alif, you put a dhamma on kaf, and you give the noon of hunna to this. Hunna had 2 noons with the shadda. So you make kana into kunna. Okay? Hunna, kunna. And from this point on, everything goes in this format. Okay? Anta kunta. Antuma, sorry, not kanta, kunta. Kunta. Antuma, kuntuma. Antum, kuntum. Anti, kunti. Antuma, kuntuma. Antunna, क्या होगा? क्या ख्याल है? Antunna. Take inspiration from hunna. Hunna, kunna se.
कुंतुन.
Kuntunna. Antunna, kuntunna. ठीक है? Ana, kuntu, nahnu, kunna. Where's the noon? Nahnu. kunna. ठीक है? Now कहाँ एबनॉर्मेलिटी है? एक एबनॉर्मेलिटी इधर आ गई, ठीक है? सबसे पहली इंट्रोड्यूस हुई यहाँ पे, नून के ऊपर शद्दा आ गया, अलिफ ड्रॉप हो गया, काफ के ऊपर दम्मा आ गया, ठीक है? वही एबनॉर्मेलिटी ट्रांसलेट हो गई यहाँ पे, बेसिकली ये सारी जगह ट्रांसलेट हुई है वो एबनॉर्मेलिटी, ऑल द वे टू ऑल ऑफ दीज, ठीक है? एक तो ये चीज आपको ध्यान में रखनी है। दूसरा जो नहनु था वो इट वाज यूज्ड टू बी विदाउट अ शद्दा, नसरना, ठीक है? नहनु नसरना. नाउ हियर यू गॉट द शद्दा, just keep that in mind. There's a slight shadda coming here, which is a little abnormality showing up here, ठीक है? So this is how this fail operates, ठीक है? तो आपको ये चार्ट याद होना चाहिए इन abnormalities के साथ. Once you have understood the kunna, everything is simple, ठीक है? हुआ काना, हुमा काना, हुम कानू, हिया कानत, हुमा कानता, हुन्ना कुन्ना. Then kunta, kuntuma, kuntum, kunti, kuntuma, kuntunna, kuntu, kunna. Okay? Anyone wants to try that? किसी ने कोशिश करनी है? नहीं करनी, it's okay, no problem. ठीक है? So the whole point what I was trying to say is when you say huwa muslimun, you are saying he is a Muslim. When you're saying he was, you actually need another fail which is representing was, and that fail is kana. Kana means he was. Okay? Now you can't independently use huwa anymore, because huwa gives you a present type of sentence, jumla ismiya. Kana gives you the past, and kana is a fail. So when you say kana in comparison to huwa muslimun, because it's a fail, what does the fail have in its jumla? Is it a khabar or is it a maf'ul? क्या होता है fail के sentence में? Maf'ul होता है ना?
Maf'ul.
And what is the status of maf'ul? Is it rafa, nasab, jar?
Rafa.
Nasab.
Oh, sorry. Maf'ul is nasab.
Maf'ul is always nasab, right? So if you're constructing a sentence with kana, your muslimun is not going to be marfu, it's not going to be rafa, it's going to be musliman. Kana musliman, because kana is a fail. Now, एक important point यहाँ बहुत important जो आपको ज़हन में रखना है, ठीक है? As a student of Arabic who knows fails and who knows not all regular fails, you know okay, this is a kana and it has an embedded pronoun in it, and the word coming after is in nasab, so it's a maf'ul. That's how you have learned the fails. But you have to remember that this is not a normal fail. This is a weak fail. This does not give you full information. It operates like fail, but when it constructs jumlas, it is labeled like jumla ismiya. It's an important point, okay? So it operates like fails, but labeled like jumla ismiya. Okay? It's labeled like jumla ismiya. Why does it label like jumla ismiya? Because it's weak. It does not give us full information. It is an insult to a fail to label it like a fail in a jumla. Okay? Because fail is supposed to be complete. Now, when you see kana musliman, you are actually saying he was a Muslim. That's what you're saying. Where does this he come from? It's an embedded pronoun, and we don't call it a file. We say it's a ism of kana. So kana and the ism of kana combined. Let me do that in English. Kana plus ism of kana combined forms your mubtada. You will label it as a jumla ismiya, not jumla failure. We will label it as Jumla Ismiya. So Kana in this case is a Muqtada. Okay? Because it has Kana, the fi'l itself, the was, and the inside pronoun, which is the ism of Kana, not the fa'il of Kana, the ism of Kana. Okay? So they both combine become your Muqtada. Now this is he was. Muqtada. ठीक है? This part. A Muslim, in a normal fi'l world, it would have been a maf'ul, but in the Kana world, because we are talking about Muqtada, a Muqtada needs a khabar or a muta'alliq bil khabar, right? So in this case, this is a Jumla Ismiya constructed through a fi'l, and the khabar in such scenario is always going to be nasb, because Muqtada is a fi'l. You understand? Is it confusing enough? ये थोड़ा और बनाऊं? Muslim, the khabar is going to be Musliman. Okay, so now this is a khabar. And when the jumlas are constructed with a fi'l kana, the weak fi'ls of any type, any weak fi'l, that weak fi'l plus its ism, which is embedded in it, is going to be your mubtada, and the khabar is going to be mansub, the nasab. And it is going to be labeled as jumla ismiya, not jumla fi'liya. Okay? I'll pause here. Any questions, any thoughts, any confusions? Are you getting it? Digest हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा?
मेरे ख्याल से एक दफा रिकॉर्डिंग सुनूंगा तो फिर और मजीद डाइजेस्ट होगा. मैं थोड़ा सा जो है पीछे कुछ और थॉट्स, हाँ थोड़ी सी कंफ्यूजन है.
ठीक है. Let's do it again little bit. ठीक है. हम क्या कह रहे हैं? हम ये कह रहे हैं let's start fresh. ठीक है. हम कह रहे हैं कि हमें लिखना है he was a Muslim. ठीक है. हमें he is a Muslim लिखना आता है, which is हुआ Muslimun, which is simple. This is what we know. And you can write this using a Jumla Ismiya. This is a Jumla Ismiya that you can construct. It has a Muqtada and it has a Khabar. अभी तक आपने जो पढ़ा था, आपने कहा था जी Muqtada is going to be an ism before is. हमने कुछ 5, 6 reasons, 7 reasons पढ़ी थी how we detect a Muqtada, harf of nasab, pointers, blah blah blah, pronouns. That's our Muqtada. And then there is a Khabar, which is an ism in Rafa status. Okay? So that's what we learned. Now you're graduating from there. Now you are thinking more like kind of intermediate students of Arabic, not the beginning student, foundation students of Arabic. Okay. So now you're in a world where you have to produce he was a Muslim. And you know you're talking about past tense. But there is no action as such, जो कि एक complete action हो. जैसे for example, he ate. He ate. Now, ate is a complete action. There's nothing more to tell. But he was is an incomplete action. He was what? There is nothing that it is communicating extra, right? Which is giving you some full information. Okay. So, अगर मैं आपके पास आऊँ, मैं आपसे मिसाल देता हूँ आपको. For example, I'm sitting in a restaurant, and you come to me and you say, I saw Talha sitting here. What did he do? I say he ate. Now that's full information. Okay. But if I say he was, and I stop there, you will say, okay, he was what? आपको वो चीज क्लियर नहीं होगी. ये कंप्लीट इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं देता. ये जो was है, this is a special fail. This इसको हम कह रहे हैं, this is a weak fail and this is kana. Okay, this is the fail kana. And because it's in the hua form, I'm using kana. Otherwise, it would be kana, kanu, and so on. Now, if you have to say he was a Muslim, you are actually constructing a jumla ismiya. But instead of is, you are using a was. there is no invisible was in Arabic. There is invisible is in Arabic. There's no invisible was in Arabic. For was, there is a specific word which is kana, and it's a fail. ठीक है? अगर मैं इसको कह दूं जी काना musliman, and I say it's a jumla failiya. Okay, I say he was a Muslim, and I say it's a jumla failiya. This is a fail, there is a fa'il, and there is a maf'ul. Okay, now fa'il, the purpose of fa'il is to do something. It's a doer. Okay, the fa'il is a doer. मुझे बताए, what is was doing here? Is was doing any action? But if I say nasara, Musliman, now he helped a Muslim. Now if I say, is the file doing any action? You would say, yeah. What is the action? Helping. Everyone with me, right? Now this particular fail is a normal fail. It gives you the purpose of the file. It is explaining you what file is actually doing. The doer is clear. But kana means was. Now, when I say, what is huwa doing? Huwa is wasing. Doesn't make sense. It's just a way of saying something in past. But it doesn't give you any action, okay, as such. That's why these fails are weak fails. तो आप इसको जुमला फेलिया लेबल नहीं कर सकते because इसके अंदर फाइल का कॉन्सेप्ट सेंस नहीं बनाता. There is no sense of file because there is no action to perform, to do as such. It's just being. Okay? Am I able to clarify this contrast, everyone? Is this contrast understandable?
Yeah.
Salah, is it making sense?
Yeah.
Fine.
Kana?
Yeah.
Because there is no action you can find in Kana, labeling it as a fail and the file does not make sense. So the grammarians say, why should we label it as a jumla failure then? Because it is going completely against jumla failure, but it's actually operating like an invisible is, which is closer to jumla ismiya. So let's label Kana jumla ismiya. Okay? So that's why they come across saying Kana is going to be he was, and it is going to be a mubtada. The word Kana and its inside ism is going to be mubtada always. Okay? So we will not say huwa inside the Kana is a file. We will say huwa in the Kana is a ism of Kana, because file doesn't make sense. There is no action that file is performing. File is a doer. There is no doer of Kana as such. Doesn't make sense. So that is why they start to label Kana and its ism as a mubtada. Okay? And because after all, inherently it's a fail, but it's a weak one. Anything that comes after fail has to be nasab. Any detail that comes after the fail has to be nasab. That's the principle of fail. It operates just like fail. Yes. So that detail that you used to label maf'ul, with kana you're going to label khabr. Okay, that's an exception with kana. You're going to label it as khabr. Every other fail you're going to label it as maf'ul, but when you see kana, it's khabr. Okay, so now we have understood that kana and its ism is mubtada, and the ism we are going to label is the khabar. I mean, is there any room to say it's a jumla failure? No, it's a complete jumla ismiya. So while the fail is used to construct this sentence, you will still label it as jumla ismiya. Okay? Questions? Does that help? मैंने warn किया था शुरू में. It's a unusual topic. It's a confusing topic. It's not difficult. It just takes some getting used to and digesting it. ये वो टॉपिक है जिसने मुझे बहुत अरसे तक तंग किया है. मुझे आज भी कई दफा तंग करता है ये टॉपिक. ठीक है, काना का टॉपिक. अभी इसको हम इंशाल्लाह और डिटेल में भी हमने पढ़ना है, इससे एसोसिएटेड और चीजें हैं. We will do it. But this principle has to be supremely clear in your minds. कि why is kana labeled as jumla ismiya? It is labeled as jumla ismiya because it's weak. The file doesn't make sense. Okay? There is no action, or rather, shall I say, there is no complete action that exists. Okay? It's mainly a was, which is basically a verb to be. Okay? Because of these reasons, it goes completely against how Nasr operates. Nasr is not weak. File completely makes sense. There is action that is existing, helping, and it's not just about was. It's not just about past tense. Okay? It has all of these things with it. Okay? File makes sense and everything. So that differentiates weak fails from usual fails. And जो weak fails होते हैं, 4-5 तरह के हैं, उनको जुमला इस्मिया लेबल किया जाता है, और they are always मुब्तदा. The weak fails, first मैंने आपको पढ़ाया अभी kana and its ism is going to be a mubtada, and then the khabar of kana is going to be an ism in nasb. Okay? And this is a full jumla ismiya. You can say kana is A, this is A, and Musliman is B. This is A-B structure. Okay? Make sense? Clear? Question? Confusion? सब ठीक है? ठीक है, चलो. I want to give you enough today कि जो आप digest कर सकें. सही है? So what your objective should be during the week is to make sure that you memorize this chart, and I'll send you this chart. Let's construct this together. मैं भी आपको ये चार्ट आपके साथ कंस्ट्रक्ट कर लेता हूँ. I don't think you have that in your notes. You don't have any notes anymore, so let me construct this chart for you and I'll send it to you, inshallah. Okay, so what we are saying is huwa kana. You will help me. Huwa kana. Huma
kana.
Huma kana. Hum kano. Hum kano. Very good. Sorry, kano. Alif. Oh, sorry, alif. Kano. ठीक हो गया. Here क्या था?
Here.
कानत.
Kana.
कानत.
Here.
हुमा
कानता.
का अलिफ क्यों मैं भूल जा रहा हूँ यार. कानत. कानता. हुन्ना.
कुन्ना.
There we go. Kunna. Very good. That's where the abnormality sits. Hunna, kunna. ठीक हो गया. Anta,
कुंता.
kunta. Antuma,
कुंतुमा.
antuma, kuntuma. Believe it or not, it's not easy to type Arabic. You have to be patient with my pace. ठीक है. Antuma, kuntuma, antum.
कुंतुम.
So, oops. Antum kuntum. Anti. एक काम करता हूँ ना, इसको आगे डालता हूँ. Anti kunti. Antuma kuntuma antunna
kuntunna.
kuntunna. Ana
Kuntu.
kuntu nahnu kunna.
Kunna.
Very good. Now that's the Kana chart. Okay. This is the Kana chart, दोस्तों. ठीक है. Here is the easier font. ठीक है. Now you need to make sure that you know this. It's not difficult. You already know it. Inshallah. ठीक है. मैंने नहनु नहीं लिखा था. नहनु 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 कुन्ना. ठीक है. This chart is just like Qala chart. तो Qala जो fail Qala है उसका भी चार्ट ऐसा ही है. This is also same abnormality. There is an alif in the middle. This is an abnormality जो कि हम आगे कभी सर्फ में पढ़ेंगे. So it's हुआ काला, हुमा काला, हुम कानू कालू, हिया कालत, हुमा कालता, हुन्ना कुलना, अंता कुलता, अंतुमा कुलतुमा, तुम कुलतुम, अंती कुलती, अंतुमा कुलतुमा, अंतुन्ना कुलतुन्ना, अना कुलतु, नहनु कुलना. इट्स द सेम एब्नॉर्मलिटी जो कि इस फेल में जो काफी वेल नोन है, आपको पता है इस फेल का. ठीक है. जो प्रिंसिपल्स अप्लाई होते हैं किसी भी स्टैंडर्ड फेल के ऊपर वो यहाँ पे भी अप्लाई होंगे. ठीक है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल if I give you something like this, if I say Kana, and you will try to tell me what I'm doing here. ठीक है. Kana ar-rajulu. रजलू का मतलब पता है ना कि नहीं पता?
Man.
Man. The man. Yeah. Musliman. Kana ar-rajulu musliman. Okay. Now ये मैंने एक जुमला लिखा है यहाँ पे. ठीक है. Now what is the inside pronoun of Kana? Huwa. So when you have huwa, what you look for? What do you look for?
Outside doer.
You generally look for outside doer, but because it's Kana, you're not going to look for outside doer, you're going to look for outside ism Kana. Same principle, same concept, nothing changes, but the label is changed. It's not fa'il anymore, it's ism Kana now. So you are looking for an ism Kana, outside ism Kana, which you will find in ar-rajulu. Okay? This together is going to become your mubtada. Okay? And then Musliman is going to be your khabar. So if I have to translate this, what does it mean? Ar-rajulu means the man.
He was a Muslim.
The man was a Muslim. The man was a Muslim. Where the man was is a mubtada, a Muslim is labeled as khabar. Okay? So the concept of outside doer, exactly same. It applies to the Kana just like any other fail, but its label changed. Its label is now ism Kana, the outside ism Kana. That's what you're looking for. ठीक है?
फाबे ये हुआ और हिया के केस में था ना?
जी, ये हुआ और हिया
के केस में.
दोनों के केस में यही होगा. ठीक है? So let's say Kanat. This is hiya case. Kanat. Let me say निसा कानत निसाउ मुस्लिमन. Now nisa is woman, plural, okay, feminine, okay, it's a broken plural, okay. So kanat, the women were Muslims. अगर मैं इसको अन-निसा कर दूं, let's make it अन-निसा. The women were Muslims. Now this were, up to this point, this is a mubtada, and Muslims, muslimatani, muslimatan, muslimatin. Muslimati, we need nasab, right? And we need plural, see, because we're talking about multiples. This muslimatin is going to be your khabar. Okay? Kanat nisa'u muslimatin. Clear?
जी.
जबरदस्त. चलें इसको डाइजेस्ट करें इंशाल्लाह. ये चार्ट का जो है ना, मैं आपको एक स्क्रीन ग्रैब भेज देता हूँ. I'll send you something ताकि आपके पास हो ये, क्योंकि these notes are not, I mean you don't have these notes anymore. तो ये मैं आपको चार्ट भेजता हूँ इंशाल्लाह. मेक श्योर कीजिएगा कि इसको आप जरा देख लें नेक्स्ट टाइम से पहले, और फिर इंशाल्लाह इस पे आगे प्रोग्रेस करेंगे. दिस टॉपिक गेट्स सम टाइम टू गेटिंग यूज्ड टू, पर इंशाल्लाह वंस यू नो इट, इट्स सेकंड नेचर. ठीक है, सही है. चले,
थैंक यू.
बहुत शुक्रिया, जज़ाकल्लाह खैर. इंशाल्लाह आपसे मुलाकात होती है नेक्स्ट संडे. ठीक है,
जज़ाकल्लाह.
हाफिज़.